Hello there. Today's lesson is going to be about how water cycles through the earth and how the sun drives this cycle. You will be watching the video and taking notes that have been provided to you on OneNote. Look for the notes that say the water cycle. Let's get started. The sun keeps water moving through the hydrosphere by providing energy. One of the really neat things about the water on Earth is that it is constantly being recycled. Our total water supply today is the same as when the dinosaurs were around. No new water has been created since that time, and no water has been lost. A set of processes called the water cycle keeps our water continuously recycled and naturally filtered. The sun is the source of energy that drives the water cycle. Wind, weather, and gravity are additional natural resources that keep water moving from place to place. Wind and storms provide forces that cause water to be blown or moved from one place to another. For example, wind blowing clouds moves water vapor from one place to another. On the right, you'll see a picture of the water cycle. The sun provides the energy to evaporate the water that's on the surface of the earth. When the water evaporates, it moves into the atmosphere where it condenses and it becomes a cloud. Eventually, gravity will pull those water droplets back to the surface of the earth. We will learn about this more in the following slides. The four main processes of the water cycle are evaporation, transpiration, condensation, and precipitation. Evaporation occurs when liquid water has enough energy to leave the liquid phase and become a gas, called water vapor. The source of this energy is the sun. The sun warms the surface of mud puddles, lakes, rivers, and oceans. As a result, water obtains enough energy to evaporate and become water vapor in the atmosphere. It is a good thing that this happens, or else when it rained and puddles covered the school playground, we would never be able to use the basketball court because the puddles would never dry up. This also happens at your house for those of you that have pools in the summertime. Your parents will have to add water to the pool because the water is evaporating into the atmosphere from your pool. Transpiration is the process in which plants lose water through tiny pores on their leaves. The pores open to take in carbon dioxide. When the pores open, the plants lose water and release oxygen. The plants lose water in the form of water vapor. The plants have used the sun's energy to change the water from the liquid phase to its gas phase. The water vapor contributes to the water cycle. All living organisms benefit from the released oxygen. That is what we breathe. Condensation occurs when water in its gaseous phase loses energy. When the water molecules are high in the atmosphere, they cool down and form water droplets. In condensation, the water vapor is losing energy. It is cooling down and changing from its gaseous phase to a liquid phase. Water droplets are now being formed. So water has gone from its gas phase to its liquid phase in the process of condensation. Precipitation. It is any form of condensed water vapor in the atmosphere falling back to Earth. This includes rain, snow, sleet, and hail. We sure don't see much snow or sleet down here in Miami, but in the summertime we get a lot of rain. Precipitation is the way that water moves from the sky to the ground. This is caused by gravity. We learned that the more mass an object has, the greater the force of gravity is on that object. Well, water has a mass and is therefore affected by gravity. When raindrops get big enough in a rain cloud, gravity causes them to fall to the ground. Here is a visual of the entire water cycle, including all of the processes. You can see that the sun provides energy to the ocean or the surface of the earth where water sits, and it evaporates that water. The water is going from a liquid to a gas as it evaporates. When it goes into the atmosphere, the water vapor condenses into water droplets, where it then turns back into the liquid phase and falls down to the earth in the form of precipitation, and it is pulled down to earth by gravity. Over here is transpiration. You can see that transpiration occurs above what looks to be like the forest. The plants are opening up their pores and releasing that water vapor. Down here you see groundwater flow. We will be learning about that next. Surface runoff. Precipitation that reaches the Earth's surface often flows over the land. This water, called surface runoff, eventually reaches lakes, rivers, and oceans. Surface runoff dissolves and collects minerals and nutrient-rich soil as it flows. Many of the minerals and nutrients in fresh water and salt water come from surface runoff. Groundwater can be collected in underground areas of sediment and rocks called an aquifer. When groundwater is removed from an aquifer for human consumption, it can take 300 to 1,000 years or more to replenish the supply. Aquifers are important water sources. The Ogallala Aquifer is in danger of becoming depleted because the water is being used faster than it can be replenished. This aquifer is found in the Midwestern United States. It has made agriculture profitable in this very dry region. A watershed is an area of land that catches all precipitation and surface runoff. This water is collected in a body of water such as a river. Eventually, all this water flows to an ocean. The boundaries of a watershed are often steep mountain ridges. The water that comes to many homes in the United States originates in a watershed that can be local or from another region. In addition to supplying our drinking water, watersheds also provide habitat for plants and animals, areas of natural beauty, and bodies of water for recreation. As communities grow and change, it is important to protect these natural resources. Here is a picture of a watershed. You can see the mountain ranges that divide the watersheds, the precipitation that provides the water to the area, where it flows through rivers and streams and continues down into the ocean. That is it for this water cycle video. Please take time to answer the questions. See you in class.